Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to fight Captain Wise voice from chapter 3 Black Meat Wukong. So I'm using that spirit, I forgot his name, but I think you know who did. Then I use that shock protection, minimize damage from the shock abilities, and I use the attack buff. Also, if I have all damage debuff, you can use the 2, or critical buff. Also, you can use the critical damage. You can use depending what you have. I didn't have that, so I didn't use. So when he starts, I try to avoid the first 2 beams, and then I focus on that leg to attack, and attack. Try to do as much damage as I can until he starts to uses also his attacks. Try to avoid them, not very successful all the time, but now he uses the voice skill that he has, when it reduce life, but it's enhance damage, I think. So I keep my heavy attacks until he staggers. You stagger him at some point in the beginning, right now when he does that stuff. Then now he's staggered, and now you can use your heavy attacks, and like you can see, I use the stance, pillar stance, and you do quite enough damage. Now he's going to still try to attack you with that beam. Try to resist it. I do the flank of man and then immobilize, and try to do some damage with that. Not very easy because he's moving all the time or jumping, so it's a little hard to do damage, but you're still going to be able to do some. So again, I charge my heavy attacks. I'm not going to use it. Like you can see, I staggered him again, but this time the voice skill is not effective, and then I did much less damage, like in the voice in that time, when he does that voice skill, where your life goes to half, but the damage going to take is going to be higher. Now he's going to start to do this shock arrows, waves, every kind of arrow damage. You have to try to dodge every single one if you can. I not was successful, but in the end he's going to do this big wave. Be prepared to avoid it because it's doing a lot of damage. This was my mindset in the fight, trying to charge my heavy attacks and try to only use them when he is staggered, so I can really catch him. Most of the time he jumps and it's very hard to catch that heavy attacks. You see, now it's again that voice skill is active. Again, we did a lot of damage. We are almost half of his life, so we are doing pretty good. We still have a lot of healings available. Our mana is almost depleted. I'm going to try to use my spirit again so I can get a little mana back, but as you can see, he's very nervous now, and he is going to do damage. He's going to keep attacking, so it's going to be very hard for you to get a point when you can focus and put the spirit, because that is going to take a few seconds, and in the time he can hit you very easily, and you are going to lose also the possibility to summon, and you're going to also get damage. This skill you have to avoid at all cost. In that skill, he will, if it catch you, he will throw you in the air, he will shoot an arrow into your ass, you will fall down and die for sure. That is a deadly skill, so you have to avoid. He's going to try to do that 1 or 2 times in the fight, so be careful. When you see that the paws get like goldy, then he's going to try to do that. Besides, he already has these jumps, he hits with his paws, he hits with his, don't know, horns, if you can call them like that, stamps on the ground. Sometimes when he stamps on the ground and you dodge, he can also get staggered for a few seconds, like for example right now. And you can find the moment either to hit him, either to heal, or use like a spell that needs some time to charge, like Flank of Man, or something like that. So I manage again to stagger him a little, so I use the spirit so I can get a little mana back and that attack boost that it gives. And also I activated, not successfully, now I activated that shock debuff potion. So this is my strategy. Of course I used some tries until I managed to find a way to kill him. But after that you can go down and you can fight against the Lotus Captain. Because if you do it before, it's going to be much harder to kill him. But after you kill the first captain, like upper captain, the down captain is going to be much easier to deal with. I'm going to post a video about that too. Of course, by now I'm sure most of the players are already familiar with the dodging system. They already have the experience, so it's not going to be too hard to kill this guy, but also not very easy, sometimes frustrating, sometimes maybe you're going to get killed in the first 2 seconds. It happened to me too. Or sometimes maybe you use the wrong potion or don't know what, and you're just going to be frustrated because you lost a lot of time, a lot of life in the beginning. In the few seconds then you're just going to let yourself die, so you get fully upgraded life and everything that you can have. So just be careful, just try to avoid shocks and just try to have patience, don't panic, like I said in other videos too. This is a game about concentration. You have to be very fully concentrated, all your senses, so you can deal with these bosses. That they are very hard, especially if you are not a Soul-like gamer player like me. This is my first Soul-like game, so in the beginning it was very challenging, but now I get the hang of it and I actually like it. So maybe I will try even the Elder Rings that I wanted to buy, but I was not sure if I will enjoy that kind of games. And especially I don't want to pay 60 euros for a game that is like 3-4 years old already. It's 2020 if I'm not mistaken. So we are almost done. We have no more healings, but we are very strong. We got down to nothing almost, as in life. At this point I was like, man, I have to try again, but I managed to stagger him for the last time. I think it was. He was already weak, very weak, like you can see. I managed to stagger him for the last time. I had my 3 points of heavy attacks and I sent him to the oblivion. If you enjoyed my video, please give a like, a comment, share or subscribe. This is a new channel, my first channel, a video gaming. If you give me a subscribe, it will help me a lot. And also have a very nice day.